Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying your summer over there in Europe. While you're enjoying the birds in the trees and the bright sunshine and the green grass and all that kind of stuff. Spare a thought for poor James on the other side of the world, shivering in a Melbourne winter, shivering in my t-shirt. So I suppose it's not too bad here. But still, it wouldn't be bad to be back in the UK in the middle of summer right now, where we were all gathered about a month ago at a course called Spiral Somatics. And if you draw your memories back to the very end of that course, and I don't mean the end of the teaching, I mean the end of the actual course itself, when we were all packing up and getting ready to go out to the bar, Al mentioned something about doing a big Skype call or a webinar or something like that. And as a way of kind of continuing the learnings of offering you guys something more, which is something that I'm very committed to. However, because of the nature of this material, we investigated a few options and they didn't really seem optimal. And so what we're going to be doing instead is I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of videos for you guys. This is all just free, just because you've done the course, and so here's a whole bunch of extra goodies, because to be really frank, I'm not finished yet. I usually teach this stuff over a much longer period of time. I usually teach this in the context of my Master Prac course, where we spend about 6 or 7 days on Spiral Somatics in total, and it's spread out over time as well. So we've got plenty of time to do some stuff, go out into the world, test things, integrate things, get feedback from the world, and find out where the gaps are, what the missing pieces are, and adjust appropriately. And because I'm not there with you guys at the moment, I'm on the other side of the world, we can't really do that process the same way that I would do it here. And so quite apart from the fact that there's only so much that we went through in 2.5 days, because I'm dead serious, guys, like we really just scratched the surface of this stuff in 2.5 days. Quite apart from that, there's a lot more that can be done once you integrate taking this stuff into the world, finding out what you find out, and come back and fine tune. So I'll be doing a lot of videos for the purpose of fine tuning, pretty much. And so, and fine tuning a lot of things. So in the coming days and weeks, I'll be uploading, every few days I'll be uploading a video designed either to give you a much deeper appreciation of the essence of a particular meme, of some of the different characteristics, some of the different things that you can expect from different memes. Also a lot of fine-tuning in terms of physiology, because a lot of people are profoundly unaware of their bodies and how they use their bodies. And so because you do things habitually, and so you don't, in the same way that most of the time people aren't consciously aware of how they walk, they just walk, they set the intention to walk and they do it. It's the same with how you use your body most of the time, unless you're a dancer or something like that. And so I'll be offering a lot of real specific fine-tuning tips in terms of how you can get to know your body better and be able to really access these things more congruently and be able to track them more easily in others as well. So lots of stuff like that. Lots of tips for practical application as well, because now that you've got this stuff, now that even the pieces that you've got now, which admittedly is only like a small part of the Spiral Somatics model, even with what you've got right now, there's an enormous amount of things that you can do now out in the world. And so I'll be doing some videos getting explicit about some of the ways that you can make really practical use of this stuff, because there's lots of cool stuff there. And also, because these videos are going to be online, and well, technology allows us all kinds of cool things. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is I'll be uploading little clips of TV shows and movies and things like that that really beautifully exemplify different elements of Spiral. They either beautifully exemplify the essence of a certain meme, or a particular type of interaction that's typical of that meme, or a particular type of response, or whatever it might be. And there's some videos that will be purely for just a beautiful demonstration of the physiology of a certain meme. And optimally, I'll do what I can to make sure that I've got some clips that do all of these things in the one clip, because there's lots of good reference material out there now that you know what you're looking for. So I'll be doing a bunch of stuff. And one of the things that I'm hoping is that over the course of this period of time, you'll be doing things in the world, finding out what is missing for you, finding out where your sticking points are, finding out what else you need to know, what else you'd like to know, what's got you by the curiosities, all of that kind of stuff. And give me some feedback. So I'll be setting up a Facebook page as well, so you can do that via Facebook. We'll have a discussion forum. I'll be able to respond to your questions and comments there. But I'll also be doing my best to make a lot of these videos specifically responses to where you want to go, responses to what extra pieces you want and what do you want to be able to do and this kind of stuff. So make sure that you're making the most of that, because that's a really critical part of your own development in terms of really refining your skills, because there really is so much to this stuff. There's a lot coming, and as I mentioned, I'll be uploading a video every few days, so keep an eye out for the next video. In the meantime though, I'm really glad to hear and to read some of your responses on Facebook, on NLP Connections, in terms of how you're making use of this and how much you're getting into it. So, because that's fantastic, that's awesome stuff. And there's so much more. So let's find out how we can fine tune this stuff and how we can refine it for you so that you get your outcomes. So with that, I'll leave you to enjoy your summer, and while I shiver over here in the Melbourne winters. And look forward to catching you in person again in the not too distant future, but more immediately by video very soon. So keep an eye out. I'll be emailing everybody about each new video as it arises. I'll email everybody about the Facebook page. So get onto it, take control of your learning, engage in this process, and do whatever you can to really milk this, because a lot of this is going to be me being responsive to what you want. So with that, I'll leave you to enjoy your day, and I'll catch you soon.